Welcome to this Pokemoncy Pack Opening.
We are going to be opening some X and Y Furious Fists. So if you don't know what Pokemoncy Pack Opening is, they are psychic readings with Pokemon cards. What we are going to do is open the pack, lay them all down, and then pull them individually one by one and give psychic guidance in the cards.
Ooh. All right, so take some deep breaths. And pick some numbers between 1 and 10. Intuitively just feel them out, whether it's just one number or a couple of numbers, that's totally okay. That means multiple messages or just one message is meant for you.
Yep, and you can also assign different topics to a number if you feel called to do it that way. So for example, if you feel called to the number 7, let's say, and you want advice on your love life, you can say number 7 is for my love life, number 4 is for my career, and number 10 is just a message from the universe that I need to hear. So however you feel called to do that, go ahead and do that. And even if you have 10 questions or 10 topics that you want to pick, and just write them down, now is the time to do that. So while you're taking some time to write down your numbers, your intentions, or your questions, or your topics, we have some special announcements for you.
Yeah, so we are offering our Pokemon jewelry collection on our website. You could find it at thespiritualgymleaders.com. We have Squirtle hair clips, earrings, and clip-ons if you don't have your ears pierced. Mm-hmm. And then we have Squirtle, we have Staryu and Starmie, and Love Disc as well. We have Shiny and the regular Love Disc earrings.
I'm wearing my Love Disc.
I'm wearing my Starmie. And yeah, just like in the anime, in the show, or in the games, just how Pokemon can help their trainers along their journey, the jewelry can help you along your journey. So you could look online to see how each Pokemon can help you in your life and along your journey.
Mm-hmm, because they're all energetically activated with the power of that Pokemon. And we also, if you're interested in a personal reading, we are offering those on our website on thespiritualgymleaders.com. So you can book a private reading with us. And then we're also doing private Pokemoncy Pack Opening readings, which is definitely a favorite when we've done Comic-Cons, because it's like you get the card pulls plus you get the message. So right now we are offering some Sun and Moon Lost Thunder and Sun and Moon Guardian Rising, as well as some Trick or Trade 3-card packs. And you can get a Pokemoncy Pack Opening reading with our stock. So we would open the cards, give you the message, and then we mail you the cards so you can get some amazing pulls. Or if you're interested in opening your own pack, we can meet with you through Zoom, and you can open your own pack and we can give you the psychic message for the pack that you have. And we can do that privately, or if you're interested in having that on your stream or your YouTube channel or your Twitch or wherever it is to showcase something cool, then we can do that as well. So all of that information and how to book is on thespiritualgymleaders.com.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna get to it.
All right, we do have Jeff on the live. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. Thanks.
Yeah, he said, do y'all show code cards? I'm snipping today.
I don't know what snipping is, but yeah, we can give you the code card. Sure. Okay, so
now that you've taken some deep breaths and you've chosen numbers or your intention or any questions you have, we're gonna go ahead and open the X and Y pack. All right.
No, you can go ahead.
Okay,
Yeah, I did it last time, so.
Let's see if I could. I can.
Yes, you can. And we're also going to be doing another live reading next Sunday, I believe. So stay tuned for that too. Ooh. Okay, but don't show it.
Okay. All right.
I'll take the code card and you can just lay them out. So here's the code. There you go. Enjoy, Jeff. And maybe let's well, I guess it doesn't really matter. So I hope you all picked your numbers 1 through 10 or your topics or your questions. And just do however you're intuitively guided to do it. You can always do it differently on a different Pokemoncy Pack opening reading. Always trust your intuition. And if you didn't catch our last one, the Silver Tempest Pokemoncy Pack opening on our YouTube, you should check it out. It was really magical. It was the first one that we've ever done. And there was 11 cards in our booster pack.
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
Bonus.
Yeah, there was a bonus card. So that was really magical and amazing. And we would love to share that moment with you if you're interested. So check out our YouTube, follow us on YouTube, or subscribe. All right. I guess I'll go first. We have Plusle using Positive Hand, cheering Pokemon. So this is electric type, which has a lot to do with the solar plexus. It has a lot to do with your own willpower and your personality. And with Plusle, which is the positive ion Pokemon, which is like proton energy, it has to do with positive energy, which is also associated with the masculine polarity, the yang polarity of energetics. So this is saying it's time to get some more positive energy in your life, utilize more masculine energy, which is like groundedness, decisiveness, safety, and like working in the material realm. And it's talking, it's the cheering Pokemon. and with Positive Hand. So I feel like it's really time for you to recognize like all of the positive influences that have had a hand in your life, as well as the positive influence that you've had on others, and recognize like who is really cheering you on to be who you truly are versus maybe some people who want you to be somebody else or pretend to be someone else. It says, it cheers on friends with pom-poms made of sparks. It drains power from telephone poles. Yeah, so this is really a time to be connecting with like-minded individuals that, you know, have cheered you on and help cheer them on. Like people who have the same sort of mindset, positive mindset, not the negative Nancys, not the downy Debbies. You know, it's time to remove yourself from those kind of people. And it is talking about draining energy from telephone poles. So maybe these people aren't in your physical reality. Maybe they are more like people that you're connecting with online through your phone.
Alrighty, next we have, Full Heal. Alright, we have Full Heal. It did come out in reverse, so this does tell me that there is some energy that you feel like you're not fully healed just yet. And I do feel like it feels like there's something outside of yourself and I think that's where the missing piece is you think something's going to heal you outside of yourself, but all the healing is done internally, and then it's like reflected back to you, right? It's that reverberation from the universe bringing whatever it is back to you. So it's very interesting because it's like a spray as well. So I definitely feel like not only just like the emotional and spiritual healing, but also like fully healing your physical body if you feel like you might be having some ailments or any dis-ease in your body. Making sure that you pay attention to these sprays, endocrine disruptors, anything that's just filled with chemicals is not going to be good for you. So again, like if you're trying to figure out like why you keep getting sick, or maybe you just keep having headaches or whatever it may be where you don't feel comfortable in your body, whether it's spiritual, emotional, or physical, it's all connected to what you are consuming and what you have in your environment. Like literally everything. Like take an evaluation around, do you even have these like Febreze sprays or whatever, you know, that your soap, your conditioner, your shampoo, hand soap, laundry detergent, the list goes on. And like pay attention to these ingredients because they do compound. Even though there's a little bit in there, it's a little bit in everything, right? So just start paying attention and figuring out like, okay, and pay attention to smells when I'm getting. If something that you smell just like makes you feel oozy or have a headache or make your stomach not feel good, like it's a sign that your body's rejecting it. So take an evaluation right now to fully heal the mind, body, and spirit.
All right, number 3. Oh, and that's in reverse too. Machop Knuckle Punch in reverse. So this is talking about fighting energy, and it's Knuckle Punch in reverse. So this is telling me that maybe you have this energy of like anger, and maybe you want to punch someone. But it's like, if you need to release your anger in that way, doing something like releasing that anger in a way where it's not going to hurt you, like your own knuckles or someone else. So doing something like punching a pillow, or I was gonna say a bed of moss, but don't do that to the fairies. Like do a pillow or like a stuffy, but make sure you tell the stuffy it's what you're doing for.
We're gonna stuffy specifically.
Yeah, or like a punching bag or something that is made to absorb shock. Make sure you're not punching things, again, that are like hurting you or causing destruction, and of course never another human being. And we have Machop here, and Machop like is all about working out and utilizing your body in a proper way. And look at the card art in Machop. It looks almost like it's reminding me of like family trees or like genetics. I forget what they're called. Jeez. But the like linkage of dominant and recessive alleles and things like that. So I feel like a lot of this anger, like anger problems, anger issues, let's be real, okay? Like you need to be honest with yourself about these feelings. It feels like this was passed on to you from your parents, of like hitting or like feeling the need to cause pain in order to get the hurt out of you when you're angry. It says, it hefts a graveler repeatedly to strengthen its entire body. It uses every type of martial arts. So yeah, the thing is like, and it's called the superpower Pokemon. Anger can be a superpower. It's about knowing how to utilize anger in a healthy way. Like anger can be fuel and motivation to make you a better person. It's not about hurting other people. It's not about hurting yourself. That is self-destructive behavior. This is about learning how to be disciplined with your anger. It's talking about taking a graveler and, you know, moving it every day. So set some boundaries with yourself of like, okay, every single day, every morning, I'm going to lift weights for 5 minutes, right? Do something that is 100% possible. Don't say like, oh, I'm going to lift weights 2 hours every day and then set yourself up for failure. Do something that you know that you 100% can do. Set an alarm on your phone, lift some weights for 5 minutes, and that is going to like circumvent the need and the anger bubbling up. If you use that energy and that power at the beginning of the day, then you're less likely to have angry outbursts later. It's also talking about how it uses every type of martial arts. So you may also want to learn some sort of martial arts, because that is also how to literally take energy and transfer it and move it through the body. These are, you know, I mean, everyone knows martial arts are a real thing, right? Everyone's seen people break boards and rocks and things. Like, it's really about controlling the energy flow in your body and your reaction with the material reality. And so it's time to take that anger and turn it into something good.
All right, and then we have a choke. Well, look at that.
Evolution.
All right, we have Machoke beat down, and it says its muscular body is so powerful and must wear a power save belt to be able to regulate its motions. Very interesting. Again, this is like the next step. So I feel like once you've mastered your anger and stuff, again, you're gonna have this power. Like, again, you know how to regulate your emotions. And look at that, it's like raining behind, and it's like embracing that, right? Because even like anger is a part of our emotional body as well. And your energy is going to be so powerful, it needs to have a belt to contain its energy. So at this stage, like maybe like this is where you can program your belt or anything that you use. And I know in like lifting weights sometimes bodybuilders, I don't know, anyways, I don't know the right terminology, they use like a back brace as well, and you're gonna use this, right, because you're building yourself, you're building your stamina, you're like evolving literally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. It's all connected, right? So yeah, like embracing it, and I feel like you're gonna feel so powerful. And yeah, look at him. Ooh.
What a hunk.
And yeah, and I definitely, this like water stuff, oh my gosh, it kind of reminds me of like Magic Mike. Okay, anyways, I'm good.
We haven't seen Magic Mike.
I don't know. I know like that rain. Yeah.
We were watching a new show. What was it called? the new one with Ted Danson on Netflix, and like a character was watching Magic Mike on that, so that's why it's kind of in our sphere.
I just got to say it. But yeah, again, it's just macho energy and in a very healthy way, and like embracing this evolution and change in your emotional body, and it's going to be like very confident. And yeah.
All right. Okay, so number 5. We have Clefairy using Moon Blast. So Clefairy has to do with the moon, obviously Moon Blast. The moon is associated with our emotional body. In astrology, your moon sign points to your emotional body. It also helps you understand different emotional programs that are running. And with Moon Blast, there may be like a blast of emotions and blast of lunar energy. We just had a really intense Taurus full moon, and we're going to have a new moon coming up on December 1st, and then another full moon in Taurus in the real sky, if you're wondering. Another full moon in Taurus in December on the 15th, I believe it's the 15th. So we have some pretty intense lunar stuff coming up. So with Clefairy, it's like pay attention to the moon cycles and how they're influencing your energy. I mean, everyone knows the moon influences us. The moon moves water. Our body's mostly water. It influences our emotion. Hospitals and police stations all have the data, you know. And so now's the time to start tracking your own emotions and see how our lunar satellite is influencing your emotions. It says, it is said that happiness will come to those who gather or who see a gathering of Clefairy dancing around the full moon. Yeah, so again, I feel like this next full moon that's going to be in Taurus on December 15th is a big one. And if you're surprised that I'm saying Taurus, look up at the real sky, use your real eyes. Don't look at astrology apps because those things are lying to you. Connect with the actual celestial heavens above, because it's saying if you see the full moon and the Clefairy dancing, then you are going to be blessed with some happiness. So yeah, just know that happiness is coming around the full moon. Something good is coming. And full moons are all about releasing energy. So it does feel like there's some energy that you need to release in order to make room for this new happiness that is coming in, because I feel like it's a person. Because for me, fairy type represents soul contracts. So it's like, you do this, I do that. Friends, parents, lovers, pets are all different types of soul contracts. So it looks like there's a new soul contract coming in around the full moon that's going to make you really, really happy.
It's definitely giving, like Venusian.
Yeah.
And like stability, right? That's all about Taurus-y energy, luxury. All right, next up, I think this is it. All right, we have... Oh, Thunderous. It's so interesting. I was just thinking about Thunderous.
Oh, no, that's Tornadus.
Tornadus. Oops. All right, we have Tornadus.
Well, maybe there's a message in Thunderous, too.
Maybe. All right, it says push down. The lower half of its body is wrapped in a cloud of energy. It zooms through the sky at 200 speed. So, I don't know, when I was reading this, it definitely gave me like head in the clouds or in the sky and like moving through energy. It's very interesting because I did a group session that has to do with clouds as well, and how the clouds move through the sky and how it has to do with energy that's being transferred from one space to another, especially in our mental space. Thunderous is a not a legendary.
Yeah.
Oh, legendary? Okay, yeah. So
or mythical. I think legendary, yeah.
Legendary, mythical. Okay, well, yeah. Yeah, the fact that it says push down, and again, it's like the transfer of energy. It's just like pushing down through the cloud. And what do we think of a cloud when it has an accumulation of like energy? It has to rain, downpour. So again, I feel like, and it talks about its lower body. So there is a very interesting energy. I feel like the emotions that you've been pushing down is going to be pushing down like to your lower half of your body. And if you're feeling any discomfort there, like, again, like pushing it even further down and like having this like release of energy, right? The rain to like allow it to fall. So you might have an emotional release that's going to be legendary. It's going to be this emotional release that you're like, oh my gosh, like maybe the pain that you've been carrying in your lower back or your hips or your thighs or your feet, your knee, whatever it may be in your lower half of the body, you're finally going to have this emotional release, and it is going to feel really, really good for you. Yeah, at this time. So, and yeah, like there is something about thunder. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Even though that's not true.
Yeah, that's not really true at all.
But anywho, yeah. So again, there is, pay attention to how your emotions also reflect the weather around you. So maybe like you can have an emotional release when it's thundering and raining. Whatever it might be, it's time to actually like release this energy. It's accumulating physical pain in your lower body, and it's time to just release that. Oh.
All right, number 7. All right, we have trainer battle reporter in reverse. So for me, trainers indicate someone else's energy. So with battle reporter, I'm getting that there's this person in your life that is constantly like updating you about their problems, their battles. Like maybe they have an enemy at work or someone who they're always talking ish about. And, they try to keep you updated. It's also hollow, by the way, or reverse hollow. And it's time to like stop getting updates about battles and things like that. I'm also getting like if you're watching television about war and things like that, like time to put it off. Like there's a difference between being informed and being bombarded with literal information. Like there's a reason why you're not on that grid or in that grid. Your brain is not supposed to be intaking that type of information. Like let it go. You're not a bad person for not watching atrocities of the human race. You know what I mean? Like our nervous system is not designed to be intaking constant battle and evil and, terrorist type stuff. And, war and all the terrible things. You're not supposed to be intaking that information. The brain doesn't know what it's experiencing versus what it's watching. So it's time to be more selective about your media. And then again, also if there's someone who is constantly like giving you updates about drama and stuff, time to, keep them at bay.
All right. And this is number 8.
Yeah.
Okay, 8. Oh, we have Evie! I love it. It is time to tap into that genetic code and figure out what your next evolution is. And again, your evolution can be of many things, right? Evie can evolve into so many different types. 8?
I think currently 7.
7, okay.
Or wait. Yeah, 8.
Okay. 8 different types. Yeah. And I think that's where, again, like, who do you want to be in this next phase? And again, just because you evolve into that doesn't mean, that's it. We are meant to have so many different types of evolutions. So it says, energy evolution, a rare Pokemon that adapts to harsh environments by taking on different evolutionary forms. So if you're somebody, I feel like that's been in an environment where it's been toxic or, it's just not the vibe that you want to be in. Again, this is going to help you push to evolve into that next phase so you could grow out of it, because you're clearly in this environment for a reason and it's causing you to evolve. And when you evolve, right, you're no longer energetically resonating with that environment, and then you could just move forward onto that next stage. So I think tapping in, figuring out where you want to go and figuring out what you need to get to that point, right? So if it's point A to point B, okay, how can I get to point B? What do I need to do to get to that place? Do I need to have a routine of some sort? Do I need to learn a new skill of some sort, or whatever it may be that you need to get to this next stage? Look at Evie, so cute.
Yeah, so cute. Alrighty, and number 9. We have Electabuzz using Ambush. So this is all about energy that's trying to ambush your nervous system, your electrical system, right? Your nervous calm system. So recognize when something is trying to ambush your electrical system. You will literally feel it through your body, right? The electric movement through your body is giving your body signs and signals about external environment, whether it's a threat, whether someone is intending to do you harm, right? Electrical information, right? Electrical flow is information. And so to recognize when your nervous system is in a state of flight, fight, freeze, fawn, or F, and when that happens, like, recognize what the triggers are. Recognize the stimuli that is trying to ambush your nervous system. And if you did not, I recommend, what was it? Number 7. If you felt a call to number 7 and you were kind of going back and forth and you're listening to number 9, go back to number 7, because I feel like it's kind of connected. But anyway, so recognize when energy is trying to ambush your nervous system. It says electricity runs across the surface of its body. In darkness, its entire body glows a whitish blue. Yeah, and so if your nervous system is constantly in a state of fight, flight, freeze, fawn, or F you know, then it's probably putting you in darkness. So you're probably running on some shadow programs, which means that, like, you're not really aware of these unconscious or subconscious triggers that are causing you to do certain behaviors that maybe isn't getting you where you want to go, or maybe behaviors you're not really proud of, or that are not good for you. And so once you start recognizing these triggers and how your nervous calm system, how your electrical system is responding to the environment and what the triggers are, then you can be better informed, and you may even be able to understand your shadow self a little bit better. And if you haven't subscribed to us on Instagram or YouTube, you should go ahead and do that. I upload a new shadow work reading every Sunday. So if you need some help with shadow work, check those out.
All right, and last but not least, we have number 10, which is licky licky.
Licky licky.
All right, lick chop, licky licky. It wraps things with its extendable tongue. Getting too close to it will leave you soaked with drool.
You don't say.
When I first pulled this, I heard licky licky, you're so sticky. Timmy Turner, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
Fair
that's
enough.
like, but it's like icky vicky, you're so sticky.
Oh,
but
yeah,
this
okay.
is licky licky, you're so sticky. Anyways, lick chop. Okay, so first there's kind of a very sensual energy to this, but I'm going to address that later. But lick chop, and is that food? I believe that's food. Anyways, so I think, especially if you're somebody that picked multiple cards, this message is an extra emphasis on you and, like, understanding. We did talk about a little bit about nervous system regulation, evolving, and stuff like that. And I'm getting coping mechanisms. Again, it evolves from lick-a-tongue. So again, this is like the next evolutionary form, and using your tongue, but also, like, lick chop is like, pay attention to the words that you're using and how it could chop somebody, right? Like, understanding how stealth, right? Am I using that word correctly? I believe so. How stealth your words are.
Stealthy? Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I don't know. That's the word that just popped up in my head. But overall, I mean, again, just like how your tongue can impact what you're saying and your reality, not only to somebody else, but to yourself, the words that you're saying to yourself, especially in the mirror, and the words that you are creating in your reality. So again, it's being mindful of your tongue and what you're saying, and also what you're eating as well. So again, I do feel like you're taking that next step in your evolutionary form of what you are consuming, and which is great. So kudos to you, but also paying more attention to, like, again, like, you've reached that next level, so it's time to, take it up a notch a little bit. And the sensual energy, I think it's kind of self-explanatory, but but yeah, and that is that.
Thanks for joining us for the Pokemoncy Pack Opening.
Yeah, remember to give us a follow and subscribe to our channel.
And if you're interested in joining us live, we are going to be doing another Pokemoncy Pack Opening next Sunday live on Twitch, and we will be doing some free card pulls for all attendees, so make sure to join.
Alola!
Alola!